Okay, now it's about time to add in it looks like kind of tiger stripes, the patterns in their skin, some of the darker blues. Um, I do it again as an adjustment layer, a curves adjustment layer. And I darken it down a lot so that I can see what I'm doing. Click the mask, hit Control I to invert it. Get your brush tool out, paint with white. But here's where a stylus comes in if you have a Wacom drawing tablet, where you can do shape dynamics and scattering. And you want to customize your brush to be what you think is going to look good. And the size of your brush is also going to make a difference. So now because I have shape dynamics on, I'm able to press harder and I get something wider. Let me go to 100%. If I press harder, I get a larger brush. So I don't have to keep changing it. That's why these Wacom drawing tablets are very effective and worth purchasing if you do a lot of photo editing. So I can see my scattering's too high right now. Go down to 15%. And I'm going to take my hardness to 85. And this takes some time to get it to look the way you want it to look. Now right now the curves layer that is doing all of this is I'm over exaggerating it. It's very dark. Just so that I can see what I'm doing. You can also add these in however you want. If you want them all to be thin, or I see a lot of people online are adding in the left side is a mirror of the right side. It's very symmetrical. I don't like doing that. I like making both sides of the face different. Try and follow the curves of the face as well. And watch the shadows, how light is moving around on the face. And once you got most of your stripes the way you want it, I'm not going to do the body stripes for this demo. Take your scattering and your shape dynamics back off. Swap your colors. And erase, more like the correct way would be hide. Hide what you just did, where you went over into the hair or over top of articles of clothing. So I'm just painting white now on the mask. And I gotta get where I went over top of her crown here. This is how it's very easy to get the effect that you drew underneath of her crown or articles of clothing or whatnot. When really you just have to draw right over it and then remove it where you don't want it. And so there we go. Now we just need to make them look a bit more natural. So you can do this by not having the curves layer pull down as much. Or you can go down to the layers and make its opacity. Drag its opacity down. I'm just going to pull it down a little more so we can see what we're doing here. The next thing I do is I double click the layer and I put a drop shadow in and I change its angle to 90%. or 90 degrees, I mean. And then I change its blend mode to soft light. And then you can put the distance to whatever you want it to be. And the size. It's just an effect that I've been doing. It looks good the whole way down, especially on arms, where you see a lot more of this tiger striping. That's how we're doing the skin tattoos. We're going to do the war paint the same way in the next video.